Well, hi, everyone, and welcome to the AT&T Countdown to Kickoff. And we're really glad to be back at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and we're really glad to have the 17s back in the building today as well. The club has definitely missed you. It's good to have you back. If you're working your way down to Mercedes-Benz Stadium watching us on your phone, we're looking forward to having you, but remember to wear your mask. It's Atlanta
Yes.
United and DC United this afternoon. Really important match. DC United absolutely must win to keep their flickering playoff hopes alive. And Atlanta United really needs a win, too. Only 4 matches remaining. This is their second to last home match of the year. So they need this one. They played so well, Jason, up in Toronto Sunday night. They just did not get the result. They let it slip through right at the end. Maybe the more appropriate way to say it is Toronto got it at the end. But because of that, because Atlanta United earned no points on Sunday, the margin for error today is a little bit less.
Yeah, this game is critical because of what happened in Hartford at the end of the match, where Atlanta looked to be in control, looked to, at a minimum, be getting out of there with a draw and a very valuable point. That was snatched away at the very end. It was a good performance for Atlanta United. I think the quality of the performance was good. It started early with Jurgen Damm getting the start, and you see the patience from him to get a defender on the ground, pull across back. John Gallagher's shots deflected. Toronto kind of struggled to find their way into the game. They did a little bit towards the end of the first half. Good save from Brad Gazan on a corner kick. Michael Bradley had to come in midway through the first half. He was pushed to the limit with the amount of minutes he had available. Toronto had some long-range efforts. Brad Gazan had some saves to make, but it didn't feel too dangerous. Atlanta United brought on some good weapons in the second half. We saw Brooks Lennon get forward down the right side. We saw Ezequiel Barco on the field for the first time. Kubo Torres forced a huge save out of Quentin Westberg going back against the grain. Good header from Kubo. He just cannot beat a goalkeeper this season. It feels like he's getting so close, and one goal might open everything up. Well, one goal was all Toronto needed in this one. Richie Larea 1v1 with George Bello. Cross takes a slight deflection. Pablo Piatti shows his immense quality. Doesn't try to put too much on this header. It's just a redirect to the far post. Tucks inside of that far post. It's impossible for Brad Gazan to get all the way across. But it all starts with Larea, the second half sub for Toronto. His performance here gave Toronto the win, and it took a point away from Atlanta that they really needed. Now they've got to go get maximum points in their last 2 home matches.
Now, glass half full, you really had to be encouraged with the way Atlanta United played against the team that is leading the Supporters Shield table with only a couple weeks left to go in the season. On the road, all of that. A lot of encouraging things. There's no doubt Atlanta United looked threatening when they brought Kubo Torres in, when they brought Ezequiel Barco in, and when they brought Marcelino Moreno in. That's why I'm really excited to see this lineup, because this is about as close, not fully first choice, but this is about as close to first choice as Atlanta United can be at this point of the season.
Yeah, without Joseph Martinez, it's Kubo Torres up top. Franco Escobar still not available. That one hurts you, but Fernando Meza has come back into the team and played very well. He's starting next to Miles Robinson in the back. George Bello and Brooks Lennon out wide give you the ability to step up and get forward. Mo Adams' strong performances as of late get him the start, and there will be a lot of eyeballs on Mo Adams today against DC and Edison Flores and Julian Gressel when they come inside. You know, when Yamil Assad steps up, Mo Adams will have a lot to do defensively. Mateos Josetu, Marcelino Moreno, 2 central midfielders that'll be paired up with Adams. They'll usually be in front of him, but both of those players are comfortable dropping in and helping defend. They're going to have to against a different kind of shape out of DC than Atlanta's seen lately. A 4-4-2, little bit of an empty bucket, but you know that Yamil Assad, Junior Moreno, Moses Nyman, the different options in the middle all have the ability to step forward. You also know that Edison Flores, Julian Gressel, who have been playing out wide lately, like to come inside. That midfield trio is kind of slanted towards the attack, but they're going to have to work defensively and support Mo Adams and support this back line.
Okay, let's break down the matchup a little bit further. Players to watch. For Atlanta United, Jurgen Damm. you feel like the more Atlanta United can get out of Jurgen Damm, especially combining with Brooks Lennon down the right side, the more goals or at least more scoring opportunities they're going to be able to generate.
Yeah, Jurgen Damm is starting to build some of those connections that we've been looking for these additions to do. It's tough because Jurgen Damm's only started 3 times this season, but Jurgen Damm and Brooks Lennon have found some common ground in how they attack. We know Brooks Lennon can overlap. We know Jurgen Damm can drop back and defend. Damm in the 1v1s, he's one of the best players in the league. And Kubo Torres starting with Damm. We saw it in Fort Lauderdale against Inter Miami. It was Kubo Torres who sprung Jurgen Damm that time down the right side. I think that's a big reason why Torres gets the start is he has that relationship with Damm. But you're going to get now a defense in DC that can't just focus on Jurgen Damm. That's going to create some more space for him. They're going to have to deal with Barco, with Moreno. One of the players that DC has that goes forward a lot, but in this shape, in this system, does have some more defensive responsibility than maybe he's accustomed to is Edison Flores. But he is going to be key for an attack that has been poor this season. Flores is comfortable drifting out wide. He's comfortable dropping inside as a number 10, almost playing as a second forward, or in this case, a third forward at times. And as we see in these highlights, he is very dangerous on set pieces. Peruvian international, one of the top players in his generation from Peru. It was a big signing to bring him to DC. He's had some challenges this season, as I think most of DC United's roster has, but he's one that individually, when the system is breaking down around him, he's one individually that can hurt you. You want to make him defend as much as possible. You don't want him to be popping up in dangerous positions.
Speaking of defending, let's talk about the tools to the match. And it feels like, Jason, Atlanta United lately has been much, much better defending against set pieces.
Lately it has, and Edison Flores and his delivery is going to be a big thing that Atlanta has to deal with. Now, we've seen this season some big struggles on set piece defending, on marking, on making sure your transitions are good. The goal against the Red Bulls, for example, it was a transition moment that led to the corner itself, and it's a header clear, but there's no one putting pressure on Caden Clark. We're not even going to get into the potential offside on that one because we'll be here all day. But it's been consistent this season up until the last few weeks that set pieces were the opponent's best chance of finding a goal against Atlanta. You need to be careful in where you commit your fouls. That's something Atlanta has done more of in terms of fouling, but they're doing it in less dangerous parts of the field. That has helped. You want to make it difficult for Julian Gressel, for Edison Flores to have high percentage crossing opportunities from these set pieces. They're going to get a few corners. That's okay. But you don't want to give them dangerous free kicks in areas where those two can hurt you. I think in the run of play, DC United doesn't really produce much in the way of chances. On set pieces, they can be exceedingly dangerous. And when you have a target like Donovan Pines, he can cause problems for any Atlanta United defender, even Miles Robinson, who we know can jump. Donovan Pines can jump as well, and he's got a few inches on him to begin with. Pines has got 2 goals in the last 2 games. He will be the primary weapon on the end of some of these set pieces that Flores and Gressel will be hoping to deliver.
There aren't too many players in Major League Soccer that are taller than Donovan Pines, who's listed at 6'5", and he plays a little bit taller than that.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, big match for both teams. We've spelled it out for you. Atlanta United, they really need a win with only 2 home matches remaining to try to boost their playoff cause. And DC United, if they don't get a result out of this, they're probably knocked out. Playing for a caretaker manager, Ben Olsen, was sacked since the last time Atlanta United played them, which was a 4-0 win a couple weekends ago up at Audi Field. Jason and I will be with you on the radio at 3:30 Eastern Time. 4 o'clock will be the kickoff. You can watch the match on Fox Sports Southeast. And remember, we'll be back with you Wednesday night for another edition of the AT&T Countdown to Kickoff. Atlanta United down in Orlando for yet another meeting with the Lions this year. Of course, Atlanta United has never lost at Exploria Stadium, and they'll try to keep that streak going on Wednesday. But for now, enjoy the match, and thanks for joining us on the AT&T Countdown to Kickoff.